Good morning. Good Thursday morning, at least for me. For you, maybe a little later, which is perfectly fine. And maybe a little earlier if you're a time traveler, so happy yesterday. Today we're gonna do the Alquimina, the beautiful, beautiful honey, gold honey processed coffee. Not processed, but it's a gold honey process. It's not golden honey processed. There is a difference. It's in the way I say process. And sometimes words kind of jumble together. So I will try my best to explain. But the gold honey process sun-dried coffee, that is Alquimina. We're gonna be putting that through our Moka Pot. Hello, Moka Pot Express, made in Italy. And it will tell you that. Made in Italy, made in Italy, made in Italy, made in Italy. Oh, we are so made in Italy. So we're gonna do this. Public service announcement. If you see this, and we bought these in Meyer. So if you see this, it's a bubble tea. It's a sea salt coffee with tapioca pearls. And you're like, you know what? I've heard of bubble tea. I think I want to try that. May I suggest you do not try this one in particular? I have never tasted fake salt before. I tasted fake salt yesterday and it was awful. It tastes so metallic, and then the coffee itself inside of here was just fake coffee flavor, and then it was just all around bad. They do have a green, and they have a melon, and they have a taro. The taro, it's a purple can. It's not bad. What I would do though is I would probably try to find bubble tea that's not this. Public service announcement. Avoid that at all costs. So with this process, I want to measure because I can't reliably put more than around 27 grams into this basket and have it not overflow. So we're going to measure this out as perfectly as humanly possible, and then we're going to grind it down as finely as I can. So let's measure out around 27 grams of delicious coffee. Try to get as close as I can without going over. 26. 27 point, I think that'll be fine. As long as we're not in 30s, or 28. It's weird, there's a magic number. I think I did 29 once, and probably something I did, it messed up, and I had leakage over the sides because I couldn't get it all screwed down because it was too full. So we're gonna try to do that. And I also want to use the AeroPress filter method on the bottom to try to keep as much particulate out of the collector as possible. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna put it in. I'm gonna try to grind it down pretty fine, so it may take a little bit longer than normal. I'm gonna take this down to a 9, and we'll see what happens. That's interesting. Look what's happened here in the basket. I wonder why it's done that. That's a lot of weird blowback in there. I'd actually dry wiped it out with a paper towel. I don't know. That's really strange. Oh well. We'll get to it later. So I have fairly finely ground this down. And boy, that looks really great. That's a really nice little powder we've got going on there. So we're going to wait. I need to get the water in here first, and then we will put the coffee in this, and then I'll slip the coffee container down in here, because otherwise, if I put coffee in this, it's going to be awkward to put down because there's, yeah, I don't trust that. So, so let's apply our paper. Apparently the new AeroPresses don't come with this much paper anymore, which is a shame because I've had this AeroPress for quite a long time, and I've used it frequently enough. So I don't know why this just doesn't quite sit. It kind of wants to bunch up a little bit. That's why I'm trying to be careful here. I mean, it's lasted a good long time. And they don't provide, because I mean, this thing was about up to here, and there are a lot of papers in here. There's a lot of papers in there. So apparently they don't do that anymore, which is a bummer. We're gonna get this up to 200 degrees. We're gonna put it in here, which is going to immediately make it too hot to handle, but not too cold to hold. And we're gonna tighten everything up using this towel in a funny way, because it's going to be hot. So, next week's going to be another funky week. Hopefully I'll get something in on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, we will be down in Nashville. Riff Tracks is having their August live show at the Belcourt Theater. Matt and I have received tickets, so we're going to go down there. We're going to spend 2 or 3 days. I think we're going to come back on Friday because the show's on Thursday, and then we'll be driving down Wednesday. It's about a six-hour drive down, I think. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday, driving down there. Very excited. Very, very strange set of circumstances. Well, I'm involved again this year in that I've written a joke. So I contributed to their Kickstarter campaign. So I was tasked to write 5 different jokes for 5 different parts of the movie. So Sean was there to guide me if I needed guidance. Last year, apparently I didn't need guidance. They did have to tweak what I wrote a little bit, but apparently I didn't need that much guidance, which is pretty good. This year, he said that they are planning the show up to the very last second, so I probably won't know what joke got put in until maybe even the night before, which is fine. You know, that's cool. I'm okay with that. So how do I want to do this? I think I want to do it over the sink. So we're gonna apply our coffee to our filter. We're gonna even it out. That's a really nice grind. I think I made too much. Maybe. Get a fork and try to smooth that out a little bit. Get her down in there. Oh yeah, look at that. I did see a boulder, so we will try to work down in here a little bit. I need one of those. I hate when it comes to stuff like this, hobby-wise, it's the same with the Star Trek toys downstairs. I hate buying stuff sight unseen. If it's a brand new thing that's just come out that people can review, I mean, you know, maybe that's better. I'm not tamping, I'm just, well, I guess I kind of am, but I'm also smoothing the edges and making it so there's no hump. I'm trying to get it so it's a nice even bed here. It's just hard to buy stuff because I go in on Amazon and try to find one of those needle distribution tools. They vary in price by the most huge amount. And this is super hot, so perfect. We're not floating. We don't want it to float. We want it to go in and sit. And that is going in there and that is sitting. So we're going to apply our, I'm going to do one more rough shot over this. Hi, lady. How are you? Excellent. I'm so glad to hear it. So we're going to apply this. I'm going to get it over here. We're going to screw it on as tightly without hands to start with. And then it does need to go tight. So we're going to grab the bottom of the towel here. We're going to wedge it as best as we can, even though I have very small hands. I think, yeah, it goes this way. All right, so we're going to get her nice and firmly on there. Perfect. We're ready to cook. Hot. So we're going to put this here on the back burner because of the beautiful, nice little surface area here is perfect for the bottom of this Moka Pot. All right, let there be some light here. We're going to open up the top. And while we're waiting for this to fizzle, I'll continue my story. Ooh, we're going to do it in my cute little cup, my little glass cup. I don't even know where these came from. I love it. So anyway, I crafted a joke. I crafted 5 jokes and then one additional one just because, you should only submit 5. Well, you know what? Here's 5 and then an honorable mention. So I did that. He got back with me, told me he received them. They're still planning, so I may not know until, the day of what joke they selected. Last year it was fairly quick. This year, yeah, no, it's about probably been about the same amount of time as of right now. So, but yeah, I mean, whatever they want, that's fine. I know they received it. It'll be in the show. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see it. And I get to see it live. Oh gosh, looky there. There it started. Ooh, boy, that's dark. Ooh. Yeah, I think it always starts this way though, doesn't it? Always starts a little dark. Look at it foamy. Ooh, boy. That didn't take very long. I got it up to temperature. So, so it didn't take very long, which is kind of what you want. So we want to ride it. I'm going to ride the heat here a little bit. Try to get as much out of the bottom of that pot as I can. Isn't that cool? It's always so cool to me. It's always so cool to watch this thing do its job. It's such a funny concept where, you know, instead of drip processing down or pouring over down, everything's coming up. You know, it's percolation, really. And you know, those percolation pots, and you can hear the theme song in your head right now if you're my age or older or just slightly younger. You can hear the theme tune to that percolation commercial.
Smell good ground coffee. That's Maxwell House coffee. Listen to the sound of the Maxwell House coffee pot at work.
It was a big deal, you know. Not that it made better tasting coffee, because the coffee that they offered was instant and it's like, bleh. So, no judging, no judging. But yeah, so we can watch this magic happen, and I can keep riding the heat to make sure it doesn't spit and sputter, and then it doesn't get too awfully hot, because if it gets too hot, we're gonna get a nice burnt taste. And by nice, I mean not. I'm doing what the kids do. I'm doing the opposite. I'm saying the thing, boy, that's really bad. Oh, look how bad that looks. Thanks. So let's ride it here a little bit. Okay. Ooh. I think at this point we will close the lid. I don't want to get any on my shirt because this is a new shirt. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to let it ride for a second. I'm already sweating through it. I don't need coffee all over it. So, I can't help myself. Oop. That's not too bad. We've gotten quite a bit of water out of there, actually. So I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to move everything over here. I'm going to run the bottom of the pot under water here to cool it down. Nothing came out the sides. That is a triumph in and of itself. I'll take that. I will take that all day. So, all right. So we're going to cool it down just a little bit. We should be okay. I'm going to put it up here. Hang on while I move around with the 285,000 degree thing. I can just see that melting that for some reason. I know it won't, but so anyway, while that cools down, just a reminder, we are so submitted jokes, and we're going to be down there. I waffled on enough about the about my love for Mystery Science Theater and the birth of Riff Tracks. So, you know, I've been giving to Riff Tracks for a little over 10 years. Been to many VIP events where I've got to meet and greet with them. I've gotten to a point where I actually, you know, they recognize us, which to me is big, you know, and I realize, you know, I've given money to them, and I've given not an insignificant amount, but I wouldn't be angry if they saw me and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then, you know, walk on. But that's me, you know. I'm not doing it for the recognition. I'm doing it because I believe in Riff Tracks. I want to see them continue to succeed. I love the product they put out, so that's why I give. But I was shocked and surprised and in a happy way when Bill Corbett reached out to me on Instagram, who is one of the riffers, and said, "Hey, if I left you 2 tickets at Will Call, would you want to come down to the show?" And I'm like, what? Bill Corbett's messaging me on Instagram. Now, granted, because of our back and forth, I think we follow each other on Instagram. So, you know, it's not like it was an out of the blue, I've never seen anything he's done on Instagram kind of thing. I knew he was on Instagram, but he'd never messaged me before. And I'm like, my goodness, yes, I will find it. I will find the time. I will find the way. I will find the hotel. I said, we will be down there. So I've got 2 tickets sitting at will call from Bill Corbett, who was generous enough, kind enough to, give us that opportunity, because I don't know if the Belcourt sold out or not. They really didn't mention it. But we were not going to go. If we were, going to the VIP event, it would have been a no-brainer. We would have, of course, gone. But, since I opted for the Riding the Riff, that doesn't include a VIP event where I meet them. So we were just going to stay home, watch it at the Marcus Theater that does the Fathom events, which they're tied with. If your theater has a Fathom event tie-in, generally they'll be there on next Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday the 17th, next week, 7 days away. So we'll be there live. I don't know where we'll be sitting. VIPs usually have the first third rows that they can sit in. The rest is general seating. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't quite remember how it goes. I'm excited to find out, I guess. I'm excited to be there in general. Can't wait to see it live. Hear my joke live. Oh my gosh. On the big screen. Or not even on the big screen. Live in front of me. That's wonderful. I'm so excited. It's a dream come true. Last year it was a dream come true again. Today, this time it will be a dream come true. I'm so stoked and excited. I can't wait. If there's a Fathom Events theater near you, you should go watch. If you like Mystery Science Theater, I think you'll love Riff Tracks. I love those guys. They're all 3 of them are great. They're funny, they're kind, they're thoughtful. Bill Corbett is full of surprises. I will always be tickled to know that he saved me tickets. He saved me tickets. Oh my gosh. Lady, he saved me tickets. She's like, your coffee stinks. I will admit, it does smell very potent. Let's see what we've got here in the end. Nice. All right. I don't want to do that again because it's all at the top. All right, we're going to fill this up a little bit. Ooh. This is going to be bitter AF. I don't care how it's processed. It's funny because they all come out smelling similar. Some of them are very fragrant when done different ways. Right, lady? Oh, okay, now again, I gotta take a break now. Hang on. Come here. Come on. Look at you, being all silly. Come on. There you are. There she is. Kitty break. He's over there on the window laying down. I'm gonna go bother him. So, kitty break, right? Yeah. There she is. That's all I wanted. Bye. So let's take a taste here and see how we did. Ooh, so strong. Of course it is. Duh. The amount that I ground it down, I mean, that was a really fine grind. Makes it incredibly strong and incredibly, it just concentrates everything. Sometimes that can muddy down a coffee's natural flavor. In this case, though, there is quite a bit of sweetness left. Very bitter, a lot of bitter, which, is just something that happens. I'm drinking this straight. I've not diluted it. I've not made it Americano. I've not added milk. It is just as it comes out of the pot. And it tastes nice. The first taste out of it is a shock, because it's like, whoa, yeah, that's not your typical cup of coffee. Not as strong of a flavor as an espresso shot, and you know what? Not as much at the bottom. So what we're gonna do now is this water back here should still be hot. A decent heat. We're gonna Americano this, which I do believe or Americano. Americano. Don't Americana. Don't go Americana. Which means half delicious coffee, which is all that I got left here, and half hot water. This should even out the color just a little bit so it doesn't look as mud-like. I mean, that doesn't sound very pleasing, but not very mud-like, because it is a little dark, you know? I mean, if I saw that in a puddle, I probably wouldn't drink it. But it evens it out quite a bit. Yeah. You definitely need that. I mean, because compared to this, which again, not bad, but I mean, probably in this kind of a shot situation like this, fine, absolutely fine. One sip, one taste to get the essence. But brewed, definitely the Americano is the way to go. It's delicious. Try Moka potting. It looks intimidating. It is very hot, but if you follow the steps I kind of did, you don't have to put this paper filter in. That's just to keep the particulates low or to nothing in there, because there. I mean, let's finish this up a little bit here. There's nothing in there. If I run it without the filter, there will be some grit at the bottom of the pot. But with the filter in place, you just get the water mixing with the coffee and then, you know, it coming up out. It doesn't seem to change the taste at all, at least for me. I don't have the palate, I guess, to accurately describe a lot of the different things, but I know what I like. Let's, there we go.
No disassemble.
Let's see how much water we used. Okay, so there is our basket. Our filter did the job perfectly. That is exactly what I really want to see there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this off of here or not. And we're off. I did use my small thumbnail. We used up the majority of the water. I mean, the funnel won't reach that. So we used up all of our water, basically, which is ideal. It's what you want. Thanks for watching this morning. I really appreciate it. I'll get this cleaned up. We'll get this uploaded. And hopefully you will enjoy. We will talk to you later. Everyone here says bye. Have a good day. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.